Businessman Morty granted bail at Brits court. And basic food prices to increase across the globe. I'm Hasina Gori with your latest news updates. Johannesburg businessman Zunaid Morty has appeared in the Brits Regional Court on charges of armed robbery and conspiracy to commit murder. He has been granted bail of 40,000 rand. Morty's co-accused, Carlos de Sousa, was released on bail of 30,000 rand. The case was postponed until July the 28th. Morty handed himself in at the Hartbeespoort police station earlier today. The 37-year-old businessman is the owner of the luxury vehicle dealership Future Exotics Lifestyle Emporium. Almost 50% of South African business owners say they have been negatively affected by crime over the past 12 months. Although this figure has decreased by nearly 40% from 86% in 2007, the survey notes that crime brings an additional financial burden to privately held businesses. The impact of crime has also been linked as the number one reason why many business owners consider emigrating. Jeanette Hart is head of corporate finance at Grant Thornton.
The impact that crime has on businesses and people that have been impacted by crime in not only their personal lives but also in their business lives. The spend on crime in terms of securing against crime is increasing throughout the various provinces in the country.
Residents of the Nelson Mandela Metro won't have to worry about water restrictions for some time. The Metro's main storage dams are overflowing after torrential rains and floods. Metro Communications Director Ronald Williams.
What this means is that Nelson Mandela Bay has water for at least another year. At the same time, we do want to send out a very emphatic message that even though all 5 dams are overflowing, we are a water-scarce country and more especially a water-scarce region. So it is very important that despite the current dam levels of over 100%, that our residents continue to use water sparingly.
And lastly, consumers around the world should brace themselves for steep increases in the price of basic food items like bread and meat. Maize producers in the US continue to be hit by a severe drought, which has seen the international price of maize shoot up more than 30%. The US is the largest producer of maize in the world, and analysts say there is no escaping the effects of the drought for local consumers. Professor Andre Joost is Senior Manager at the National Agricultural Marketing Council.
South African price levels are linked to the international prices, which is derived from the US prices. So if the US prices starts to go up due to severe drought conditions, we will also see international prices go up, which means that we will see South African price also increase. The important thing here is that maize prices and maize meal prices in the South African context are closely linked to each other. So that means what maize price starts to go higher, we will also see that maize meal prices will go higher.
Catch the latest news on the hour at SABC radio stations and anytime here on NewsBreak Option 1.